Imagine growing up with a family that had musical talent oozing from relatives both close and distant. It is a safe claim to make that your own life will be centralized around a love of music that would manifest itself at quite a young age. Of course, with hard work, perseverance, talent, and connections, anyone can enter the scene. But do they really have the stuff to make it work in a healthy manner? Today's subject is an individual who started her life off with a big bang, and the height of it ended in a very tragic note. Greetings, salutations, and welcome to our channel. Today we're here to cover the tragic story of Brandy Norwood. As always, before we begin, make sure to press the like button and subscribe to support our channel, so we can bring you more quality stories like this. Also, if you don't want to miss out on a single one of our uploads, press the bell notification button and turn on YouTube notifications on your smartphone. Brandy Norwood was quite the ambitious child, as she claimed to her father that she wanted to be the next Whitney Houston at the mere age of 7. Of course, during this time, she would have never have imagined that she would one day reach a point where she would get to work with her idol. In 1983, Brandy's family moved from Mississippi to Carson, California. This put her entire family in close proximity with the giants within the entertainment industry. Of course, even at a young age, she oozed talent, as she was eventually noticed and picked out to become a background singer for the R&B ground, Immature. In the year 1993, she managed to come one step closer to a dream, as she signed with Atlantic Records with her mother at the helm, as she was also hired as her manager. Even back then, Brandy's mother, Sonia, claimed that a lot of people around her claimed that she would end up ruining her daughter's musical career. Of course, this didn't help the fact that the relationship between mother and daughter were already on the rocks. After all, Brandy had once confessed to ABC that she would prefer that her mother be more nurturing and less focused on her career. However, Sonia always had her mind centralized around her daughter's musical career and her business. Brandy even claimed that sometimes all she ever needed was for her mother to listen to her problems. As time passed, Brandy was also working on her debut album. During the same time, however, she also managed to land a role in a sitcom shot by ABC named Thea. According to a report from New York Times, however, Brandy's heart was set in her music, and not her acting opportunities, at least at the time. After all, she felt miserable during times when she had to cancel her studio sessions whenever a call had been made for acting duties. Of course, for multitudes of reasons, the show was cancelled after one season, as Brandy found herself finally able to give her full focus towards creating music once more. As time passed, and 1994 came around, her self-titled debut album was dropped. It managed to win many accolades, with it even being certified quadruple platinum in the United States, as it sold 6 million copies worldwide. The next year, her music reached higher notoriety, with her song Sitting Up in My Room, which was included in the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. Of course, we also have to mention the various high-profile individuals that she had connections with. Brandy Norwood was famous for many things. For one, she attended Kobe in his high school prom. She was even asked to go on tour with Boyz II Men. In a particular interview with Vibe magazine, she commented on her taste in men. She claimed that Kobe was cute, but that she had her sights set on another. We got ready to see exactly who this person was during her Behind the Music episode. In the episode, she claimed that she fell in love with the lead singer of Boyz II Men, Wanya Morris. Of course, she was a 15-year-old teenager at the time, and due to the significant 6-year age gap, she was too afraid to share their true feelings. However, as time passed, she finally managed to find it within herself to speak up about how she felt. She said, "I just told him that I loved him and thanked him for making me feel the way I feel, because I had never felt that way before." Over time, they became a couple, as Brandy commented. "I was on a high. It was love. It was real love." While they kept their entanglement a secret from the world, at a certain point, Brandy decided to confide in her mother. As many would have expected, Sonia did not take this news lightly. As the age difference made the couple, that was something that definitely she didn't approve of. In one interview, Sonia claimed that one of the biggest issues at the time, which kept her and Brandy from being close, was Brandy's belief that she stood in the way of their relationship, causing her love with Wanya to never truly blossom. 1996 saw Brandy's return to the acting scene, as she recorded the pilot episode for a show titled Moesha. However, as it was pitched to CBS, they passed up on the show. However, the show was quickly picked up by UPN. Even if she had to act besides veteran actors like William Allen Young and Cheryl Lee Ralph, she managed to hold her own, as her character was involved in almost every single scene. Of course, we can't forget that she also took a producing role within the show as well. 2 years have passed since a relationship between Brandy and Wanya first blossomed in 1997. Things unfortunately fell apart. During her Behind the Music episode, Brandy revealed that Wanya fell in love with another. It was later revealed that it was none other than R&B singer and Brady's label mate, Adina Howard. The third hidden part of the love triangle between Brandy and Wanya was finally revealed. While Brandy was dealing with the breakup, she still had to shoot episodes of Moesha. ABC later reported that the pressure to look good on set caused Brandy to go on a severe diet. Her weight was significantly reduced to 105 pounds. She claimed, "It was destroying me, but I looked great, and that's what mattered." In 1997, one of Brandy's dreams came true, as she was handpicked by Whitney Houston to star in a made-for-TV movie titled Cinderella. While she was making waves in the perspective of her career, she was still trying to emotionally mend herself and reel back from the blow that was caused by the breakup. Deciding to make the best of it, she decided to channel all of that anguish into her 1998 album, Never Say Never. Of course, that was not the end of Brandy's romantic life, as she decided to give love another chance by dating the rapper Mace. However, she reported to Vibe magazine as she claimed that he was not focused enough, and she added on, "He could not take me serious, and I could not take him serious." After a while, she ended up dating someone that was not in the industry altogether, but the jealousy that spawned from the man ended up destroying that relationship. Brandy later commented, "I felt like he hated me for being me." During one incident, this man stood in front of her apartment and called her the B word multiple times, as the situation escalated when the man even tried to put his hands on her. Brandy later told ABC, "I blamed myself for everything. I thought nobody else would want me." However, all of this could not stop Brandy's professional life from moving at full speed. She even ended up landing a role in I Know What You Did Last Summer, and even had the opportunity to act alongside Diana Ross in Double Platinum. 1999 marked the year in her life where her stressful relationship, extreme dieting, and hectic schedule finally caught up with her. It all happened during a taping of Moesha. She announced on set that she needed a break, as she jumped in her car and drove home. She later told ABC that she started to feel giddy and nauseous before the hallucinations came. She added on, "I kind of think I snapped." Brandy was immediately hospitalized for 3 days straight, and the doctors ended up diagnosing her with exhaustion and dehydration. However, that is the only story that Brandy presented to ABC. Meanwhile, the National Enquirer ended up blaming the amount of diet pills that Brandy ended up taking to be the cause of her breakdown. It was recorded that due to a sudden increase in body weight, Brandy started taking 3 or 4 different kinds of diet pills. The source claimed that when Brady made her way to the studio, she fell down to the studio as she claimed, "I can't do this anymore, I can't." As things settled down, Moesha ended in 2001. Brandy decided to make significant changes in her life, as she dumped her boyfriend, turned into a vegetarian, and also fired her mother from the position of being her manager in an attempt to fix whatever remained between their strained relationship at the time. However, she found herself in the doors of another relationship when she met Robert Andy Smith, professionally known today as Big Bert. She ended up speaking to a magazine, "I felt like to him, nothing else mattered but me. And I've loved that feeling because I've not felt like that with anybody." 2002 marked the year when Brandy released a new album, while also going public with her relationship with Robert. Brandy also revealed that they were expecting a baby. However, a tragedy struck once more, as a mere year after the birth of their daughter, the couple separated. The conflict between the two after separation ended up being the cause of Robert to reveal to the public that the two were never legally married, and the reveal that they were married was only a ploy by Brandy's manager in order to protect her wholesome brand image. In 2004, Brandy fired her manager and left where she started her journey, Atlantic Records. She ended up signing a new deal with Epic Records, however, and in December 2006, well, that marked the time when her life changed. Brandy was simply driving on the freeway with her Land Rover when her vehicle ended up hitting the rear of a Toyota Corolla that was being driven by a 38-year-old woman and her 2 children. The Toyota found itself colliding against another car that was in front of hers, as it swung to the side and was blindsided by a 4th automobile. The woman in the Toyota Corolla ended up passing away from her injuries during the next day. While prosecutors attempted to lock her up for the role that she played in the death of the 48-year-old woman, toxicology reports from the dead woman containing slight traces of marijuana was enough for the charges to be dropped. However, Brandy ended up paying $600,000 to the children of the dead woman and settled out of court with everyone else who was involved. From that point onwards, she released new music, got into more relationships, but all of her attempts for love failed tragically, as no relationship of hers went past the 2-year mark. In recent years, Brandy had claimed that she would love to star in a reboot of Moesha, and that she has plans to star in a musical that was inspired by her life. Of course, from what we've seen so far, it is certainly a tale worth telling. We've now reached the end of today's video. Did you like this story? For more interesting coverage just like this, subscribe to our channel and press that bell button to get an update every single time we upload a new video. Make sure to like this video and share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching, and see you all next time.